Good evening once again. M out there, over there, everywhere, all over the place. In this case, right here. Once again, it's the Apostle Royce Campbell. He who contested the last two general elections, and most definitely shall contest the next one. Yes, Apostle, how are you doing this week?
Doing great. How about yourself?
Fine, I'm fine.
Good, good.
Haven't survived the Dorian. Before I start, I want to give a shout out to M. Wajuman. M. Wajuman. And I'm not repeating myself, that's her first name and it's also her last name. That's one of my Islamic followers from Tanzania, but she lives in Oman now. Okay. So to you I would say Assalamu alaikum. And to Shirley Cox Hines, who lives in the United States, is also one of our followers. Wow. So I say, note that they're both females. So I say a shout out and hi to both of you.
Very nice.
And Janet from Silver Sands, who's been asking what are these things here that we have behind us. I have one right here in my hand. I'll leave it to the apostle to tell you what this is.
Okay, well, Janet, this is actually a vision of Barbados that I had in 2005. And this chronicles a revelation of the direction that Barbados is going to be going in. A number of these things, you can actually get a copy of it if you want to. I'll actually mail it to you if you want it. I'll send a copy to you. Since you're a subscriber here to M.M Out There, I'll send it to you free, okay? This CD actually details a vision I had from the Lord in regards to Barbados and where Barbados is actually going to be going. The last part of it that was fulfilled was the election, where part of it the Lord says that the country will lose confidence in both of the two ruling parties, which will be the Democratic Labour Party and the Barbados Labour Party. Well, the Democratic Labour Party has gotten to that point. The next phase will be the Barbados Labour Party, and then you'll actually see the country begin to move forward after that. But this chronicles a number of things from the political aspect, the society, in terms of the economic climate. This was 2005, and I actually mentioned here about the economic downturn, the recession that was spoken here, the crime and violence in Barbados that will escalate, the problems within our schools and our school children. All of that is actually chronicled right here in this vision of Barbados.
Is this a DVD or?
It's an actual CD.
It's a CD?
Yes, sir.
So it's audio?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can this be found on one of those things like YouTube or any place like that?
Well, no, I haven't put it on YouTube, but it's it's on my Facebook page in terms of the writing about it. And this is since 2005, and so I'm waiting for the full manifestation of it to come to pass. I actually talked here about the earthquakes, the earth tremors that are coming to Barbados. What's actually about is actually bringing oil to Barbados. There's an oil vein that is shifting from Trinidad and Venezuela and coming to Barbados. So Barbados is going to become a very, very dominant oil producing country. So all of this is actually
on there.
In here, yes sir.
And that is from 2005.
2005.
And this is 2019, so that was 14 years ago.
Yes sir. So step by step it's coming to pass. As the word of the Lord says that you write the vision and make it plain. And you wait on it because it will surely come to pass. It will speak for itself. So step by step, it's coming on stream, and I'm looking forward to the total fulfillment of it. So this is what we have the map right here.
So Janet, now you know, and the actual audience, they know too.
Yes.
So are these for sale or anything?
Well, originally I had them back in the day. We had just for $10 that goes towards our ministry. But as I said, for Janet, I'll send this to her absolutely free. She can share it. You can, save it to your laptop, share it with your friends, because I've done that. A copy of these in the very beginning have went out to many individuals across Barbados. So there are a lot of individuals who know about this. And every year, between the month of March, when I've had the vision, 21st of March 2005, I share the vision because it's my job to do it. And then in the month of November, I also share as well around our independent season.
So you've heard it from the horse's mouth, the Apostle Lynn Royce Canterbury. So I need say anything more. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
So I'll just put this here.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, Apostle, one of my subscribers brought this to my attention. Now there's a parent, a female, she has a son going to school, who thinks he's a female.
Right.
This is in Barbados.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
And she is at loggerheads with the authorities that he should wear women's clothing.
Right.
As I said, I always say this is my personal opinion. This shows the decadence that this country is heading in.
Right.
There shouldn't even be a debate about that. There should be no debate. Absolutely none. It's most ridiculous that she should even be entertained with a thought like that. What's your take on that?
Well, if you were born a male, you're a male. Whether you think that we are.
I think so too.
Okay. And it's thinking doesn't change your gender. Okay. It's attitude and aptitude that changes it. And what we have to understand is, and there's been a lot of talk recently about this, and I have to make this abundantly clear here. About governments getting involved in the area of morality within the country. It is part of the government's job to be involved in the morality of the society. Okay? And they must not in any way separate themselves from it. The reason being, Mr. Morris, is because the area of morality also determines the God consciousness within the society. When your consciousness dips below the percentage that it needs to be, you are doomed for destruction. Okay? This is one of the reasons why we see hurricanes affecting certain countries, because their consciousness has gone below where it is supposed to be. Now, for instance, there are a lot of people who believe that Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed just for the homosexuality. No. Abraham,
but that was part of it. That was a major part.
Right. Abraham asked to find 50 righteous people. He brought it down to 5, and they could not find 5 righteous people in Sodom and Gomorrah, which means that their consciousness had dropped.
And this was a major city.
This was a major city. I mean, a major. You're talking millions of people.
Yes,
okay?
and they couldn't find 5.
Could not find 5 righteous people. So the government of Barbados must make sure that they do not allow people who have been affected by ideals and mindsets that are actually prevailing in other countries, where they're destroying children at a very early age through the idea that you can decide, even if you're born a female, that you can decide to be a man or you can decide to be a woman. This is one of the things. Why isn't this person planting into that child, you are a male, you have a male's body? Why are you thinking this way?
Well,
so I have to be very clear about this. We have to be careful, Mr. Morris, and our school system and our governmental system must be clear. We have laws that are here. You cannot break laws and then demand that the law be changed. Okay?
He's a bit soft on this, talking about plant. I wouldn't plant it into them. I would beat it into them.
Well,
not plant, I would beat it into them.
The reality, again, Mr. Morris, is that Barbados has to find its own path. We cannot change Barbados to suit the UN and to suit what's going on in the rest of the world. We must charter our own path forward, and this is necessary right now.
I have said this, and I shall continue to say, Barbados is beginning, and they're following the despicable and disgusting ways of the United States. Only last week.
Not just the United States.
But they're the main protagonists in this.
Okay.
They're the main protagonists. Only last week, the United States, they want to pass a law that men and female soldiers can actually bathe together. The transsexual ones can bathe together. They're doing it step by step. And it's deeper and deeper into immorality.
It's going that way. You know, America started with the removal of Bible and prayers out of their schools, and now they're seeing the harvest of that. There are more mass school shootings in America in recent years because we see a seed takes time before it grows, okay? And they're not going to stop it because they've now reached the point where the tree is producing fruit, okay? And if we're not careful in Barbados, we're going to go in that direction. When consciousness, and of course, as a person that loves history, the Atlanteans, they were what we would call an apex society. They have reached what we call the gold standard.
Up there,
yeah,
up there.
Because consciousness is high. Whenever consciousness is at its highest, money works properly. Money flows better when consciousness is high. Poverty comes around when consciousness dips. Okay? And when they got to the point that they believed that they knew all that they could know, that's when that volcano erupted, and in one day they were gone.
Gone.
Okay?
Gone.
So
wiped out.
Wiped out in one day.
You're talking about the lost city of Atlantis.
That's correct. And this is one of the things that, I want those who are watching us each week to understand. The moment that consciousness falls below where it needs to be, you're doomed for destruction.
I very much hope that people are actually listening to this thing now. Because I replied to that same incident to my people on thing, said, you have to chop these people's head off. I mean, you chop their heads off, you chop the problem off before it takes root. Well, as far as I'm concerned.
Let me add to this why I'm so, very forceful about this. If you look at Solomon's kingdom, wisdom was so high that gold and silver, money flowed with it because of the level of consciousness. Things were better in Barbados when our elderly folk would tell you the higher a monkey climbs, the more he shows his tail. Every skin teeth in a laugh. That's nuggets of wisdom.
Old Bajan proverbs.
What are you hearing today? You're not hearing anything. You're hearing gunfire. You're hearing murders. You're hearing people being left in shallow graves. So consciousness is falling. When we reach that stage, Mr. Morris, I'm telling you, when we reach that stage, something catastrophic is going to happen to Barbados. Not because the hurricane was category 5. It's because our consciousness fell to its lowest ever. And we're heading in that direction, and we need to pull ourselves out of it.
Well, we're approaching the end of part 1. So the time runs so quickly. I'm not going to get into another section just yet because we're going to continue this conversation in part 2. But I actually feel very, very sorry for the youngsters today because they're going to be the men of tomorrow. And I can't possibly imagine how here is going to be 200 years from now. 200 years from now, this place is going to be in a total uproar.
I think you're kind of pushing it far. We're talking about 10 years from now. We're talking not 200 years.
Well, I was giving us some time.
Legislation in Barbados is being changed secretly, and our government is not actually very open or as transparent as they said they would have been when it comes to changing these.
Yeah, but they don't have to be transparent when the people were stupid enough to give them 30 seats. They don't have to tell anybody anything. And I don't blame them anyhow on that part. But we are to the end of part 1. So this is M.M Out There, over there, everywhere, all over the place. In this case, right here. And we will be back with part 2 very, very shortly. So Apostle, end of part 1. Let's make our exit. Take a break.
Thank you, sir.